Everyone keeps talking about the home sitting on the market right now. But what if the bigger story is actually the properties people are quietly starting to buy again?
Because while parts of the Ontario market have slowed down, there are now some reports suggesting that recreational and seasonal properties could actually start seeing stronger sales activity and price growth again moving forward.
Everyone keeps talking about the homes that are sitting on the market right now. But what if the bigger story is actually the properties people are quietly starting to buy again?
Because while parts of the Ontario market have slowed down, there are now reports suggesting that the recreational and seasonal properties could actually start seeing stronger sales activity and price growth moving forward.
And honestly, that really shouldn't surprise people because there's one thing Ontario isn't making more of. That's, of course, waterfront, privacy, land, and lifestyle properties.
This is Matt and Michael from the Webb and Young Group Remax Hallmark Che, and this is the Real Estate Roundtable.
One thing we've been watching very closely lately is the recreational and cottage market across Ontario. Because even with higher interest rates and all the uncertainty over the last couple of years, buyer demand for lifestyle properties never really disappeared.
No, it just slowed down. A lot of buyers hit pause. Some people got nervous about rates. Others waited to see where prices were going to go. But the interest in rural and recreational living never really went away.
And honestly, we still hear it all the time. People want space, they want privacy, they want trails, they want somewhere their kids can play outside, or they want a property where they can eventually retire.
And now we're starting to see reports suggesting that recreational property markets across Ontario could actually strengthen again moving into 2026 because inventory remains tight. A lot of these properties stay within families for decades, especially waterfront properties.
Exactly. So you can build subdivisions, you can build condos, but you can't suddenly create more waterfront lots on Lake Simcoe. You can't suddenly create more mature rural acreage overnight. And that's why these markets tend to behave a little bit differently over the long run.
And honestly, I think COVID changed the way a lot of people think about real estate permanently. People started valuing lifestyle a lot more than they ever did before. Working from home became more common. People wanted larger homes with home offices and more outdoor space. And many of those trends are still here today.
Especially with buyers coming from the GTA. We still see people looking north because they feel that they can get more lifestyle value compared to in the city. Maybe they can finally get land. Maybe they can get a detached home. Maybe they can get a waterfront property or a home close to trails and skiing.
And that's where we continue seeing strong interest in rural and lifestyle communities throughout Simcoe County and the surrounding areas. Places with larger lots, outdoor recreation, small communities, and easier access to nature continue to attract buyers.
And at the same time, buyers are also slowly regaining purchasing power again. You've got expanded HST rebates, 30-year amortization periods, insured mortgages now up to $1.5 million. So even though rates are still higher than they were years ago, buyers are starting to adapt to the new market.
And honestly, locally, we are still seeing properly priced homes selling, especially detached homes, homes with acreage, lifestyle homes, and unique properties. The key right now is still pricing and marketing properly.
Because this market is much more balanced than it used to be. You can't just throw a property online anymore and expect 10 offers overnight. But at the same time, buyers also can't assume that every seller is desperate either.
Especially with recreational and rural properties. A lot of owners don't need to sell immediately. These are often second homes, family cottages, retirement properties, or long-term holds. So inventory can stay tight even when the broader market slows down.
And this is where local rural experience becomes really important because buying a rural or recreational property is very different from buying a subdivision home in the city. There are a lot more moving parts.
Absolutely. You've got wells, septic systems, water testing, shoreline regulations, wet inspections, heating systems, zoning. And honestly, not every agent understands these things properly.
We've seen situations where buyers didn't even realize a property had septic limitations or that they should be testing well water for coliform and E. coli. Those are major things buyers need to understand before purchasing a rural property.
And now, with more people looking at multi-generational living and secondary suites, understanding zoning and servicing capacity becomes even more important, especially on rural properties.
So while some parts of Ontario's real estate market are definitely slowing down right now, I actually think recreational and lifestyle properties may continue performing much better than people expect over the next few years.
Yeah, especially if inventory stays limited and more buyers slowly return to the market.
And honestly, if rates stabilize further while construction continues slowing, those detached and recreational markets north of Toronto could become competitive again faster than many people think.
As always, if you have any questions about rural properties, waterfront homes, or the Simcoe County real estate market at large, feel free to reach out at any time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
We will see you next time on the Real Estate Roundtable.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.